Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talk English with Podcast. I'm Jenny.
And I'm Leo. Hi there.
How are you doing today, Leo?
I'm doing great, Jenny. I'm actually pretty hungry right now.
Oh, really? What are you thinking about eating?
Maybe some pasta for dinner tonight. What about you?
That sounds delicious. I'm thinking about making chicken and rice. And you know what? That's actually perfect for today's topic.
That's right. Today we're talking about food and dinner. Specifically, we're learning how to talk about what's for dinner in English.
This is such a useful topic because we talk about food every single day, right?
Absolutely. Whether you're at home with family, chatting with friends, or talking to coworkers, food always comes up in conversation.
So today, we're going to teach you simple phrases and questions you can use to talk about dinner and meals. We'll practice together, and by the end of this episode, you'll feel more confident talking about food in English.
And hey, if you're enjoying this podcast, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us create more content for you.
Yes, please do. And stick with us until the end because we have a fun question for you in the community.
All right, are you ready to learn?
Let's get started.
Okay, so let's start with the most common question about dinner. Jenny, what's the question?
The most common question is, what's for dinner?
Let me say that again slowly. What's for dinner? Listen. What's for dinner?
Great. Now let's say it together at normal speed. What's for dinner?
Perfect. This is a question you can ask your family, your roommate, or your friends. It's very casual and friendly.
Right. So let me give you an example. Imagine you come home from work and your husband or wife is in the kitchen. You can say, "Hi, honey, what's for dinner?"
Nice example. Or maybe your mom is cooking and you're curious. You walk into the kitchen and ask, "Mom, what's for dinner tonight?"
Exactly. Now, did you notice Leo added the word tonight at the end?
Yes, you can say what's for dinner or what's for dinner tonight. Both are correct, and both are very common.
Let's practice this question one more time. Repeat after me. What's for dinner?
Good job. Now, there's another way to ask this question that's very similar.
What's that?
You can also ask, what are we having for dinner?
Oh, yes. Let me say that slowly. What are we having for dinner?
This question means the same thing as what's for dinner, but it's a little bit longer.
That's right. What are we having for dinner? Let's say it together. What are we having for dinner?
Beautiful. So now you know two ways to ask about dinner. You can say, what's for dinner, or what are we having for dinner?
Both are perfect. Use whichever one feels more comfortable for you.
Now, let's talk about how to answer these questions. Jenny, if I ask you what's for dinner, what can you say?
Well, I can give you a simple answer. I can say, we're having chicken.
Perfect. Listen to that answer again. We're having chicken. That's a complete, simple answer.
Or I can make it longer and say, we're having chicken and rice for dinner.
Excellent. So the pattern is, we're having plus the food. Let me give you another example. We're having pizza for dinner.
Nice. Or you can say, we're having spaghetti tonight.
Let's practice this pattern. Listen and repeat. We're having pizza.
Good. Now try this one. We're having fish and vegetables.
Wonderful. You're doing great.
Now here's something important. Sometimes you don't know what's for dinner yet. Maybe nobody has decided. What can you say?
Great question. If you don't know, you can simply say, I don't know yet.
Let me say that again. I don't know yet. This is a very useful phrase.
So imagine your friend asks you, what's for dinner tonight? You can answer, I don't know yet. Maybe pasta?
Perfect example. You said you don't know, and then you gave a possibility with maybe pasta.
Right. Maybe is a great word to use when you're not sure. You can say maybe pizza, or maybe chicken, or maybe we'll order food.
Exactly. Let's practice this. Repeat after me. I don't know yet.
Good. Now try maybe pizza.
Excellent work.
All right. Now let's learn how to say what you want to eat. This is really useful.
Yes. So the simple phrase is, I want plus the food. For example, I want pizza.
Let me say that slowly. I want pizza. Now at normal speed, I want pizza.
Let's try some more examples. Leo, what do you want for dinner?
I want tacos.
Tacos sound delicious. Okay, everyone, repeat after Leo. I want tacos.
Great. Now you try, Jenny. What do you want?
I want soup and bread.
That's perfect for a cold day. Now everyone repeat. I want soup and bread.
Wonderful. Now, there's another way to say this that sounds a little more polite. Instead of I want, you can say I'd like.
Oh yes, I'd like is more polite. Let me explain. I'ds is short for I would, so I'd like means I would like.
Right. For example, I can say, I'd like some chicken for dinner.
Or I can say, I'd like to have fish tonight.
Both sound very polite and natural. Let's practice. Repeat after me. I'd like pizza.
Good. Now try, I'd like some soup.
Excellent. Now, what if someone asks you what you want and you're not sure? What can you say?
You can say, I'm not sure. That's a simple, honest answer.
Yes, I'm not sure means you don't know or you haven't decided yet. Let me use it in a sentence. I'm not sure. Maybe something light?
Perfect. Something light means you want to eat something small or not too heavy.
Right. Or you can say, I'm not sure. What do you want?
Oh, I like that. You're asking the other person for their opinion. That's very polite and conversational.
Exactly. So let's practice. Repeat. I'm not sure.
Good. Now try, what do you want?
Beautiful. You're learning so much already.
Now let's learn how to suggest food ideas. This is important because sometimes you need to help decide what to eat.
That's right. The easiest way to suggest something is to say, how about, plus the food.
Yes. For example, how about pizza? Let me say it slowly. How about pizza?
This is a very friendly way to suggest something. You're not demanding, you're just giving an idea.
Exactly. Let me give you another example. If your friend says, I don't know what I want for dinner, you can say, how about Chinese food?
Perfect. Or you can say, how about we order something?
Nice. Let's practice. Everyone repeat after me. How about pizza?
Good. Now try this. How about pasta?
Excellent! Now, there's another way to make suggestions. You can say, let's have plus the food.
Yes. For example, let's have chicken tonight.
Or, let's have sandwiches.
Let me say that pattern again. Let's have plus the food. This is a bit more direct than how about, but it's still very friendly.
Right. It's like you're making a decision together. Let's practice. Repeat, let's have tacos.
Great. Now try, let's have salad.
Wonderful work. You're really getting this.
Now, what if someone suggests something and you agree? What can you say?
Oh, good question. You can say, that sounds good.
Yes, that sounds good means you like the idea. Let me use it in a conversation. Leo, how about Italian food tonight?
That sounds good. I love Italian food.
Perfect. Did you hear that? I suggested Italian food, and Leo said that sounds good. Very natural.
Let's practice. Repeat, that sounds good.
Nice. Or you can say, that sounds great.
Yes, that sounds great is even more enthusiastic. It means you really like the idea.
Exactly. So if I say, how about pizza? You can answer, that sounds great. I love pizza.
Perfect. Let's practice. Repeat, that sounds great.
Excellent. Now, what if someone suggests something and you don't like the idea? What can you say politely?
Good question. You can say, I'm not really in the mood for that.
Yes, I'm not in the mood means you don't want that food right now. It's a polite way to disagree.
Right. Let me use it in a sentence. Jenny, how about fish for dinner?
I'm not really in the mood for fish. How about chicken instead?
That sounds good.
Did you hear that? I disagreed politely, and then I suggested something else. That's very natural in conversation.
Absolutely. Let's practice. Repeat, I'm not in the mood for that.
Good. Now here's a fun phrase. If you really don't want something, you can say, I'm not feeling plus the food.
Oh, yes. For example, I'm not feeling pizza today.
Or, I'm not feeling anything heavy.
That's a very natural, casual way to say you don't want something. Let's practice. Repeat, I'm not feeling pizza today.
Great job. You're learning so many useful phrases.
All right, now let's talk about two important things, ordering food and cooking at home.
Yes, sometimes we cook and sometimes we order food. Both are very common.
So let's start with ordering. If you want to order food instead of cooking, you can say, let's order something.
Perfect. Let's order something is very casual and friendly. Let me say it slowly. Let's order something.
You can also say, should we order food tonight?
Oh, I like that. Should we order food is a question, so you're asking the other person's opinion.
Right. Let's practice. Repeat, let's order something.
Good. Now try, should we order food?
Excellent. Now, if you decide to order, you need to say what kind of food. For example, let's order pizza.
Or should we order Chinese food?
Yes, very natural. Now, what about cooking? If you want to cook at home, what can you say?
You can say, I'll cook tonight.
Perfect. I'll cook means I will cook. Let me say it slowly. I'll cook tonight.
You can also say, I'm cooking tonight.
Both are great.
I'll cook is deciding right now, and I'm cooking means you already planned it.
Exactly. Let's practice. Repeat, I'll cook tonight.
Good. Now try, I'm cooking tonight.
Wonderful. Now, what if you want to ask someone else to cook? What can you say?
You can ask, can you cook tonight?
Yes. Or you can ask, do you want to cook or should I?
Oh, that's a great question. You're giving two options. They cook or you cook.
Right. Very polite and helpful. Let's practice. Repeat, can you cook tonight?
Great. Now try, do you want to cook or should I?
Excellent work. Now let's learn some phrases about what you're cooking.
Good idea. If someone asks, what are you cooking? You can answer, I'm making plus the food.
Yes. For example, I'm making spaghetti.
Or, I'm making chicken and rice.
Perfect. I'm making and I'm cooking mean the same thing in this situation.
Let's practice. Repeat, I'm making spaghetti.
Good. Now try, I'm making soup.
Wonderful. You're doing so well.
Okay, now let's talk about food preferences. This is important because everyone likes different things.
That's right. If you really like a food, you can say, I love plus the food.
Yes. For example, I love pizza.
Or, I love Chinese food.
Simple and clear. Let's practice. Repeat, I love pizza.
Great. Now, if you don't like something, you can say, I don't like plus the food.
For example, I don't like fish.
Or, I don't like spicy food.
Right. Let's practice. Repeat, I don't like fish.
Good. Now, there's a stronger way to say you don't like something. You can say, I hate plus the food.
Yes, but be careful. Hate is very strong. It means you really, really don't like it.
That's true. Hate is stronger than I don't like. For example, I hate mushrooms.
Or, I hate onions.
Let's practice, but remember, this is a strong word. Repeat, I hate mushrooms.
Okay, good. Now, what if you can't eat something? Maybe you're allergic or it's for health reasons.
Great question. You can say, I can't eat plus the food.
Yes. For example, I can't eat seafood. I'm allergic.
Or, I can't eat dairy. It makes me sick.
Perfect examples. I can't eat is very clear and useful.
Let's practice. Repeat, I can't eat seafood.
Good. Now try, I can't eat dairy.
Excellent. Now, what if you're vegetarian or vegan? How do you say that?
You can say, I'm vegetarian or I'm vegan.
Yes, very simple. And you can also say, I don't eat meat.
Or, I don't eat animal products.
Perfect. These phrases are important when you're eating with other people or ordering at a restaurant.
Let's practice. Repeat, I'm vegetarian.
Good. Now try, I don't eat meat.
Wonderful. You're learning so much today.
All right. Now let's put everything together. We're going to do a short conversation and you can listen and learn.
Great idea. This will show you how all these phrases work together in real life.
Okay, I'll start. Hey Jenny, what's for dinner tonight?
I'm not sure yet. What do you want?
I'm kind of in the mood for Italian food. How about pasta?
That sounds good. Should I cook or do you want to order something?
Let's cook at home. It's cheaper and healthier.
Okay, great. I'll make spaghetti with tomato sauce.
Perfect. I love spaghetti. Can you add some vegetables too?
Of course. I'll add some broccoli and carrots.
That sounds great. Thanks, Jenny.
No problem. Dinner will be ready in about 30 minutes.
Okay, did everyone follow that conversation? Let's go through it again, but this time we'll pause and explain.
Good idea. So first, Leo asked, "What's for dinner tonight?"
Right, that's the basic question we learned earlier.
Then I answered, "I'm not sure yet. What do you want?"
You said you didn't know, and then you asked me. Very natural.
Then you said, "I'm in the mood for Italian food. How about pasta?"
Yes, I said what I wanted, and then I made a suggestion with how about.
Then I said, "That sounds good," which means I agreed with your suggestion.
Perfect. Then you asked, should I cook or do you want to order something?
Right. I gave two options, cooking or ordering.
And I said, let's cook at home. I made a decision and gave reasons.
Then I said, "I'll make spaghetti with tomato sauce." I told you what I'm cooking.
And I responded, perfect. I love spaghetti. Can you add some vegetables too?
Yes, you agreed, and then made a polite request.
And you said, of course. I'll add some broccoli and carrots.
Right. I agreed to your request and gave specific details.
Finally, you said, dinner will be ready in about 30 minutes.
This is useful information. You're telling the other person when the food will be ready.
Great conversation. Now, let's do one more quick conversation, but this time about ordering food.
Okay. Leo, I'm tired today. I don't feel like cooking.
That's okay. Should we order something?
Yes, let's order. What are you in the mood for?
How about pizza?
I'm not really in the mood for pizza. We had pizza yesterday.
Oh, that's right. How about Chinese food instead?
That sounds great. I love Chinese food.
Perfect. I'll order from that restaurant near our house.
Good idea. Can you order some spring rolls too?
Sure, no problem.
Excellent conversation. Did you notice how we used all the phrases we learned today?
Yes, we used should we order something? What are you in the mood for? How about? And many more.
And notice how the conversation felt natural and friendly. That's how real English speakers talk.
Exactly. You don't need complicated grammar or big words. Just use these simple phrases and you'll sound natural.
All right, before we finish, let's talk about some common mistakes that learners make when talking about food.
Good idea. The first mistake is forgetting the article a or the. For example, some students say, I want pizza, when they should say, I want some pizza or I want a pizza.
That's right. In English, we usually add some before uncountable nouns like pizza, rice, or soup. So, I want some pizza or I want some rice.
But if you're talking about one item, use a. For example, I want a sandwich or I want a burger.
Exactly. Let's practice. Repeat, I want some pizza.
Good. Now try, I want a sandwich.
Great. Another common mistake is mixing up for and to. Remember, we say what's for dinner, not what's to dinner.
Yes, for dinner is correct. To dinner is wrong. Let's practice. Repeat.
What's for dinner? Perfect. Another mistake is saying I want to plus the food. This is incorrect. Don't say I want to pizza.
Right. You should say I want pizza or I want some pizza or I want to eat pizza.
Yes, if you use want to, you need a verb after it. I want to eat, or I want to order, or I want to cook.
Let's practice. Repeat. I want to eat pizza.
Good. Now try, I want to order Chinese food.
Excellent. One more mistake. Some students say I am wanting instead of I want. In English, we don't usually use wanting in this way.
That's right. Don't say, I am wanting pizza. Just say, I want pizza.
Perfect. These are small mistakes, but fixing them will make your English sound much more natural.
Absolutely. Don't worry if you make these mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when learning. The important thing is to keep practicing.
All right, we've covered so much today. Let's do a quick review of the key phrases we learned.
Great idea. So first, we learned how to ask about dinner. You can say, what's for dinner tonight? Or, what are we having for dinner?
Right, and to answer you can say, we're having plus the food. For example, we're having chicken.
If you don't know, you can say, I don't know yet, or I'm not sure.
Perfect. Then we learned how to say what you want. You can say, I want pizza, or more politely, I'd like pizza.
Yes, and to make suggestions, you can say, how about pizza? Or, let's have chicken.
Right. If you agree with a suggestion, say, that sounds good, or that sounds great.
And if you disagree politely, say, I'm not really in the mood for that.
We also learned about ordering and cooking. You can say, let's order something, or I'll cook tonight.
Yes, and to talk about what you're cooking, say, I'm making spaghetti.
For preferences, use I love pizza, or I don't like fish, or I can't eat seafood.
Excellent review. Remember, the best way to learn these phrases is to practice them every day.
That's right. Try using these phrases when you talk about food with your family or friends.
And listen to this episode again. Repetition is so important for learning.
Absolutely. The more you listen and practice, the more natural these phrases will become.
All right, everyone, we're almost at the end of today's episode.
You did such a great job today. You learned so many useful phrases for talking about dinner and food.
We're really proud of you for sticking with us and practicing. Learning English takes time and effort, and you're doing amazing.
Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. That's part of learning. Just keep practicing and you'll get better and better.
Now, before we finish, we have a fun question for you.
This is a question for our community, and we want to hear from you in the comments.
Here's the question. What's your favorite thing to eat for dinner?
Yes, tell us in the comments. What's your favorite dinner? Is it pizza, pasta, rice and chicken, something else?
And try to write your answer in English. This is great practice for you. You can say, my favorite dinner is, and then add your food.
For example, you can write, my favorite dinner is spaghetti with meatballs, or my favorite dinner is fried rice.
Don't worry about making mistakes. We just want to hear from you and help you practice.
And if you see other people's comments, you can reply to them in English too. That's a great way to practice conversation.
Absolutely. Learning English is more fun when we do it together as a community.
So please, take a moment right now to write a comment. Tell us, what's your favorite dinner?
We'll read your comments and we might even reply to some of them.
And hey, if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Talk English with Podcast.
Yes, when you subscribe, you'll get a notification every time we post a new episode, and you won't miss any of our lessons.
We post new episodes every week with practical English lessons just like this one.
And if you have suggestions for future topics, let us know in the comments. We want to teach you the English that you need and want to learn.
All right, we're going to wrap up now. Thank you so much for listening today.
You're doing great. Keep practicing, keep learning, and don't give up.
Remember, every time you practice, you get better. You're improving already.
We'll see you in the next episode of Talk English with Podcast.
Until then, keep talking, keep learning, and enjoy your dinner tonight.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. See you next time.